about it, which are very, very significant. So we see one by one, because each one adds to the other one. The first, this was Dr. Katz found, Moshe Katz, passed away unfortunately a while ago. And he found this verse that you can see on top, Hitler, Holocaust, Auschwitz. So you can see the verse here. Holocaust, Shoah, Auschwitz, you can see Auschwitz coming together. And then Hitler, this is Hitler, and again Shoah. So frightening, very significant table, as it is in a very small area. You can see it comes in one book, Deuteronomy, which is against our millennia, one chapter, 10, and few verses from 17 to 21. Unbelievable, very, very significant. And unfortunately, it happened. Now let us see more on this table, which I found really is additional. Then I found the date when the Second World War started from, was from 8 Tavshin Aleph, which is from 5701. Then a year later really came all this Holocaust, all the decrees against Jews. Next year, and after this 5/7, which comes also here. And all in the same place, in a very significant place. Now, what is the most interesting is that the verses on this table comes in terrible, frightening place. As you can see here, when God said, "And your neck don't stiffen, because then anger and fury will hit, because God is the judge of judges." Amazing. This is exactly what happened in the Holocaust. They were stiff-necked, did not listen to rabbis. Rabbis told them clearly that it's going to happen. Rabbis told them, because you are really breaking the Torah, making your new laws. So the Nazis in Nuremberg will make a new laws against you. The rabbis said it clearly, but the Jews don't listen to rabbis. It's what happened, unfortunately. So what comes here is really frightening. Here you have the same story like the Holocaust, Auschwitz, and from this year, 5701, and Aleph Hitler, but it is Hitler, and there's verses which says God threatens them, don't be stiff-necked and so on, because I'm the judge, and you can see what will come, and this is what came out. Amazing. Then, looking more, this is what Professor Rips really found more in this table. In the table of Auschwitz and the Holocaust, he found that the reason is on account of the desecration. Yeah, the desecration of the Sabbath, the desecration of the holiness, sanctity. This is why Auschwitz came, this is why Hitler came. This is exactly what the Torah says. There is a portion of the Torah, Kitavo. Yeah, it's called Kitavo when you come to the land. It is a portion in Deuteronomy which was read just when the Holocaust started, the Second World War started really. And there are 19 curses, if you read them properly. Exactly that's what happened in the Holocaust. So God warned, threatened Jews. If you are going to break my Torah, reform, yeah, to take off what suits you, what doesn't suit you. So Holocaust will come. And people think that, no, finish Holocaust again. No, but we see what Iran had and what she can get, and her threats can be very serious. So, no doubt that we are in a quite very difficult time, with the situation now that's more and more in Israel, the people in the Knesset, Lieberman, Lapid, Shammai, and others said, no, we are desecrated Shabbos, no, we don't need Torah laws in Israel. Yeah. Exactly like before the Holocaust. This is what they said, and the rabbis threatens them. You must know that Israel, the existence of Israel depends on the Torah. Israel was created for the Torah, and no Torah is no Israel. It's an important, significant table for our time. Now, in fact, it is interesting to bring more tables, which Dr. Rothenberg did. Now, this table really says, Derech HaSofen, which means through the codes, you will see what happened. So, is it also in the book of Deuteronomy, in only one chapter, a few verses, and this is what is written, that Derech HaSofen, through the code, you will be able to see what the Holocaust, Shoah, the Holocaust comes here every 50 letters, very significant number. And what is written here, that this is because Israel despised God, despised the Torah. And what is so interesting that you have here a verse which says that this is the autonomy, that in future the song of Azino will testify that everything which God said came out. It is exactly what is written here, that through the code you will see that the Holocaust came because of the sins of Jews, because this verse speaks about Jews going away from the Torah, going astray, and the Holocaust came. Now you can see it really clearly in this table, where also this Dr. Rothenberg table, and here he found through the code and the verses which said, Ve'ata, now, Titu lachem, write this song, which is Adeno, because, and put it in the ears of the Jews of Israel, Leman tieles asher, because this song will be a testimony, evidence to the Jewish people, the children of Israel, that everything which I said came out really. And here you have the word Kodim through the codes. And this is rightly from the time of Messiah, the Mashiach Tireh, because it's written that these are the pangs of the birth pains of the Messiah. And this is what happened in the Holocaust. So everything you see here. Now this is the year when the codes really started, 5776. And Dr. Rothenberg normally takes very much into consideration the closest pair of the verse. So you say the closest pair in the Torah of this verse is through the code and the codes, which is, you see, it is 2 to 1,000, quite significant number. So altogether,